Hey everybody, it's Rory from A&S Gear, and we're going to look at a Eclipse part today, I guess you'd want to call it. It's a complete part. It is a feed neck for a CS1 or a Geo. For some reason, we see a lot of people losing parts of their feed neck. I don't understand why. If you keep your feed neck tight and you keep everything tight as it should be, I don't get how these fall off or people lose their levers or however it happens. I don't know. But it seems that we have them happen all the time. And we have people losing parts of their feed neck, their levers, their screws fall out. I guess it's just people forgetting, I'll be nice about it, forgetting to keep their things tight. Or that they were and they loosened it up and they forgot to retighten it. I don't know. But we do carry the feed necks for the guns. We carry the Geo version, the Ego version, the E-Tech version in complete sets like this. So it's got the lever, it's got the thumb wheel, it's got the brass insert and the swivel, it has the bottom screw, and more importantly, it has the feed neck. If you've never taken your feed neck off, I'll show you how to do it. It's very, very simple. You're gonna just take an Allen key. I think this is a, 5/32 or somewhere around in there. It is, yeah, 5/32. And you're gonna undo the bottom one. And a lot of people will try to get this off from here. Okay. Typically, I'm not going to say this always is right, but typically you will not be able to get the feed neck off unless you loosen the top section or remove it completely, because it still wants to clamp down on the feed neck. It squeezes the top section, which is going to just clamp down on it and not want to let it go. So if you undo it, sometimes you can get it apart like that. All right. Now, a lot of times you'll undo the clamp and it will still be too tight. And you can try to back this up to make it as loose as possible. So it's not really putting any pressure on this. And then you can try to take it off as well. Now, if it does not slide off just like that, which they don't do it very often, I recommend removing thumb drive wheel, the insert, everything out so that there's nothing inside of it. You're going to take your feed neck and you're going to turn it off center. So if you have it like this, you're going to rotate it so that it is not in the middle of the gun right here. You're going to run less of a chance of scratching it that way. So turn it to the side so it is sticking off the side of the gun. Take a flathead screwdriver. Now I have one here that has no knurling or anything on the head of the screwdriver itself. It is smooth and flat. And I say that because when you put this in here, just try to pry it apart gently. You don't want to make any marks on the feed neck. So if you get one that has all those lines on it, you're going to chew up your feed neck that's inside of there. So you're going to put this in between, and you're going to just gently rotate. And you're going to just pry those two pieces apart. Now you don't want to just crank on it, because you don't actually want to bend the feed neck in any way. You don't want to set the feed neck off center. If you turn this too hard, you'll actually take the two pieces and you'll bend them apart from each other so they don't line up. So we don't want to do that. We want to take this and we kind of just want to put it in there and open that up a little bit, and we're going to try to walk it out. We're going to rotate it back and forth. So I have my thumb underneath and I'm going to help push up with my thumb. I'm going to put this inside. I'm going to push in and give it a little bit of twist and help push at the same time and pop it out. Now obviously I was able to pull this one off with my hands before I even tried that. So this one's coming off rather easy. They can be a little bit more difficult. They usually aren't, but they can be. So then we would take this one. I would loosen this up. I would take this screw completely out if you're buying a complete version like this one. And then I would set it on top and snap it down. If it doesn't drop right down, you can't push it down and snap it down with your hand. You're going to do the same process, but in reverse. Have it offset, put that in there, open it up a little bit by slowly prying those two pieces apart and pushing down at the same time, and it should just drop down into place. At that point, you can take that, clamp it down, do our bottom first so that we get a good connection down here. Make sure that it is tight. Obviously, I'm not going to tighten it down crazy. Tighten this one down, and there we go. Our feed neck is on. Did I want to tell you? I want to tell you guys something. My brain stopped working. Oh, it's about the feed necks. They are not universal between the different styles of gun that Planet makes. So the Ego feed neck is not the same as the Geo feed neck. It will not fit. It is shaped differently, so don't try to put them together. They don't fit. The Geo or CS1 style feed neck, it has one window cut right there, and the bottom is flat, completely flat along the bottom right here. The Ego version has two windows cut into it right there, 1, 2, and is not flat on the bottom. It actually, where the screw section is, that drops down a little bit. So if you were to set these down, although you really can't see that, maybe this camera can, but the up camera can't, they are shaped different on the bottom. So they do not go across from each other. They're not cross compatible. Make sure that if you have a Geo or a CS1, that you're getting the appropriate feed neck for it. So let's put this one back on here. And I'll just tighten this bottom one on. Like I said at the beginning, I don't understand why everybody's losing feed necks. And I guess I say that a little flippant because not everybody is losing feed necks. Some people have lost some feed necks. If you happen to be one of those people, we have the feed necks for you. So CS1 Geo feed neck, it's available through the website. Order yours now through ansgear.com.